Mr. Rodriguez, how do you pronounce, is it ZOILO?
No,
Is that your keys?
ZOILO.
ZOILO!
ZOILO.
I watched all your movies.
Did you? I'm sure.
Man, what a swordsman. This is going to be great. Come on, Maestro. We have a virgin in our group, and we love to haze our virgins, and they come back. But it's always a thrill to have new blood, and here is new blood. It gives me great pleasure. ZOILO Rodriguez Sr., and he's the youngest in the room. Momento.
Hello, my name is ZOILO Rodriguez. Many people always say it wrong. I've heard everything from Zulio, Suzuki to Swallow.
Extra syllable.
So I have been writing basically all my life, but I didn't start writing and saving them and documenting them until 2004. So it's been 19 years of writing. I've kept it quiet for quite some time. I actually used to call myself the silent poet because no one knew that I wrote. They always said, oh, that's too gay when I shared, so I just kept it quiet. Anyway, I was working in a teachers union with a very brilliant woman who I admire. She's my mentor. I was working for her and I was supposed to be doing my job, and instead I was doodling. And she asked me for something, and I went to go and get it, and she stumbled across the very first poem that has been documented. And she read it. I thought I was going to get in trouble. But she said, who wrote that? And I said, well, I did. And she said, that's very good. You should save it. And I said, really? She said, yes, you could do something with it someday. So I am reading the first poem that I have documented. I am working on trying to create a book of my life because I have many stories. So this is the first one. I don't know how many I can share, but I have very powerful ones, okay? So the first one is called Believe, all right? Oh, let me also say, I have tardive dyskinesia. For those that don't know what tardive dyskinesia is, that is involuntary muscle movements. Okay, you will see my jaw go to the side, you will see me twitch, you'll see my fingers do what it's doing. I have vocal tics as well too.
Sound good to me, boys.
Lots of people make fun of me. People don't understand. I've heard so many different things, you know. It's hurt, but anyway, I had tardive dyskinesia because it was an induced Anyway, tardive dyskinesia is involuntary muscle movements, and I got it after misusing crystal meth, or I should say misusing crystal meth. I am a recovering crystal meth addict. Hold on, I just need to breathe through this. Breathe through this.
You're good, you're good.
Breathe through.
And the truth is important for people to know.
Okay, so anyway,
ZOILO, go.
I got tardive dyskinesia from using crystal meth and also using antipsychotic drugs. I suffered from severe depression. I, all my life, felt I didn't belong and that I'd been misplaced and lots of things. So I escaped from all that because I was always told I was never going to be anything, you know. So I escaped into drugs, thinking I could become somebody. And using drugs, I used crystal meth. That was the most powerful thing. It actually killed a lot of dopamine in my brain cells. So, you know, I go up and down with emotions, you know. I have PTSD from a lot of things that have happened to me, you know, because I have complicated post-traumatic stress disorder. In any event, my writing has been my healing through the different things that I go through, okay? I write because it's going to help people understand what tardive dyskinesia is. We are not people that you can make fun of or that are retarded. Anyway, I just want to bring awareness about what tardive dyskinesia is, and also addiction. And also make sure that you understand what type of medications you're receiving, because after being on Risperdal for quite some time, I developed tardive dyskinesia. So back a few years ago, there was some type of lawsuit against the drug Risperdal because it created certain types of side effects and side effects. There's tardive dyskinesia, which is what I have now. You know, if you're on certain type of medications for a very lengthy time, there's an aftermath effect. Okay, so I was taking Risperdal, which was helping with antipsychotic things because I was suffering from mental illness. So the drugs that I was taking for many years, rather than help me, it didn't help me. It gave me tardive dyskinesia, and I made it worse because I was also using it with crystal meth. You know, so it damaged a lot of my brain cells. So I am like this. You know, it's something that I have to carry for the rest of my life. So you know what? I have a lot of pain, and my writing releases my pain. Okay. And I'd like to share to the world that even though I have tardive dyskinesia and a disability, as you all see it, I don't see it as a disability, I see it as a gift, because it has changed me, okay? So, the first poem I wrote is called Believe. I believe we all share a common connection where we all emerge through wisdom. I believe our natural instincts on love multiply through goodness. I believe we all engage in something bad where various facets form a mental conscience, strictly in the realm of each individual. I believe we all experience some type of encouragement from truly genuine people with empowering revelations that later become prospects. I believe we will confront death at some point, face endless choices that will be encompassed, and final decisions will have to be executed. I believe solitude refines us, reshapes our character, and bears out our level of willingness. I believe we each possess different levels of emotions, where not everyone will think in the same manner. And I believe we all eventually find what fulfills our true spirit to complete our inner circle of peace. All we have to do is believe.
Hear, hear.
So that is the very first one. Anyway, regarding my addiction, I have crystal meth. I started to realize my tardive dyskinesia came in 2016 when my jaw started going to the side. It was going to kind of like I'm on medication now for it, so it doesn't go like this anymore. You know, I can speak clearly now and my words don't slur, or at least I don't think I do. You know, you can hear me clearly, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, because before people couldn't. Okay, so the power of just believing can change.
Amen.
I can speak clearly now. I don't twitch as much, a little bit, you know, but that's okay. I'm still me, I'm lovable. I am no longer, you know, in active addiction. I moved up here because I needed to. Someone guided me up here. When I moved up here, it was because I wanted to get away from the drugs in New York City. And moving up here was the best thing. I lost my brother and I lost my father. And I had to assume the obligation of taking care of my mother who had Alzheimer's. She didn't know who the hell I was, you know? I didn't know anything about changing a diaper. She didn't know who the hell I was. I wasn't ready for all that, you know? And I was like still coming out of addiction, you know? Like, it was a lot for me to handle. I was a mess. And you know what? I once was shining, but I let it all fall. My greed. Watch your greed. Be humble. You know, my greed took over. I was poor. I wanted more. And I got it. But then because I got it, I went paying attention to so many other things. I became ungrateful and I lost it all. Addiction made me, I was a professional functioning person until the addiction just, boom. Everything just fell right from underneath me. I had no idea I'd be shooting crystal meth into my veins. I've seen so much, you have no idea. The death, the hurt, the pain. Writing is helping me with my tardive dyskinesia. I can speak clearly now. Yeah, I twitch it up. I don't care. Make a dance move out of it. I like to dance, you know. I'm happy. So anyway, my mother passed away. Everybody really was falling apart, and I was like, "You gotta get yourself together." Anyway, I was the only. I didn't think I could, but everybody fell apart, and I didn't. I was like, "This is what I gotta do." I got myself together, and while everybody fell apart, and I saw her catch her last breath, and that changed me. I've been writing like wildfire since she left. I can't stop writing. Writing it every single day. I don't know why I'm telling you all this.
Because you have to.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, forgive me for getting emotional, but it is some writing from the heart. Because you know what, I've recognized so many things. My mom left me, but she left me very beautiful words. She touches me, she speaks from afar. I hear whispers, my father, my brother. I know some people think I'm crazy, I don't give a fuck. But I just know I'm a better person. I'm not doing drugs anymore. I love myself now. I want to live, and I once tried to kill myself. Anyway, I am a rising phoenix. The fire within is burning. God touched my soul, and I haven't been the same. The knowledge is great. Superman doesn't have any powers. I fell from grace. Some tried to save me, but the world swallowed me alive. I was down. I tumbled straight into the rabbit hole. Death was lurking. Villains helped me clip my wings. Buried 6 feet under. I was in hell, trapped, chained, and brutally bruised. I couldn't see the right pathway out. That's what the devil wanted. Who cared, right? I was in the abyss of misery, in my last scream of pain. In my last scream of pain, I close my eyes. I take one last breath to say ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The old me has to perish so I could be reborn. A new heart beats. I've changed. I'm not the same. I'm on fire now. See me rise. I can fly, soaring to great heights. I know my potential. Watch me. I know many of you are looking. Maybe I'm a prophet. Maybe I'm a demon. Everybody wonders, including myself. I know too many people are suffering. Who saves who? I need strength. I have to get up. So I rise. I rise and I rise. Recreated by a phenomenon that I cannot explain. Something exceptional begins. I rise like the phoenix. Rising, rising, rising.
Bravo. Bravo. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, man.
Thank you for receiving me. Thank you for receiving me.
Look at me. Look at me. Welcome. Welcome.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cry.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Oh, that was powerful. Thank you.
We just witnessed a finger of God. That was Zell Rodriguez, who opened himself so purely to demonstrating the light that claimed him from the darkness that he was trapped in for God knows too long. Absolutely extraordinary. And not to commercially stand on the shoulders of such magnificent truth. But this is an example of how powerful words truly are. Words saved him. I'm not reading from a script. I'm a witness, as we in the circle are a witness. Words are the most powerful things we have. Jordan Peterson talks about this extensively, about riding the ship of state within our emotional minds, our emotional fragility. And here, Mr. Rodriguez saved himself singularly, himself pulling himself up by his own bootstraps through the power of words. I don't need to say any more. We do our own humble share of demonstrating our involvement with words. But words are the pure example of democracy. And if you love the idea of your freedom, you will truly polish your ability to use words and how you express yourself. Let me change the POV of the camera.